applaudir, ils sont là. J'avais Robert Pattinson et Greene.
Quite obvious already from the start. A warm welcome here in Brussels. Thanks a lot, guys. And not bringing the earplugs was indeed a bad idea of mine. Not bringing the earplugs here tonight. Guys, one question before we start. How's your hand? Not overstressed, no painful arms with all the autographs that you had to sign? We saw the whole thing from here inside, you know.
You watched the whole thing? Did it get boring after a while? Sorry, I didn't realize people were watching.
I know.
Yeah, we saw everything.
I assumed it was going to be edited afterwards.
What was the strangest thing that you autographed tonight?
Oh, yeah, those. That was weird.
The boots were great. I thought that was a present. I wanted to keep it.
So guys, we have a lot of questions for you tonight, and the first one is, you see everybody loves you here. You are really Robert, I think a lot of girls here are in love with you. So I want to know, how is your relation with your fans everywhere in the world?
It's different for each one. No, they're all great, and it's so nice to come to Belgium when I've never been here before, and it's just the same amount of excitement as there was on the first one. So it's really nice to know that everyone still cares and they're all excited about the movie coming out. So yeah, I'm really happy you guys are here.
Now, Robert, Ashley. If you look back at the Robert and the Ashley from 5 years ago, imagine, and you look back at them now, how has your life changed over the past couple of years doing the Twilight Saga, of course? The good and the bad things.
I mean, I feel like everything has changed severely about my life. It's kind of turned upside down and inside out in a very fantastic way, because I was working at a restaurant, you know, before Twilight, and then now we're here in Belgium with thousands of amazing fans, and it's crazy, and it's been incredible, and kind of opened up a ton of doors. The only bad thing, I think, is just, you know, the paparazzi. Not a huge fan of.
Ashley always steals my answers whenever.
I do.
I
look at your little black book.
I have them all written down, and she takes them just before. No, it's been amazing. I wasn't doing anything really of any interest, and I really doubt there would be this amount of people screaming in a room for what I was doing 5 years ago, which was sitting and watching TV. So, yeah, right.
And when you started working, when you started working on Twilight, have you imagined one success like this?
I love your dress! I love you. I don't think that any of us had any idea that it was going to turn into this phenomenon that it turned into. I think we were all just really happy to have a job, honestly, and be employed, and you know, slowly. I think after opening night of the film, whenever everyone camped out and you know, everyone went to see the movie 12 times, that's when we kind of realized that it was a much bigger deal than we originally thought.
Now, it feels a little bit like a tennis game for you guys, probably, looking from left and right and left and right.
We're getting very busy.
Now, a lot of questions have been sent by the fans, but we've got good news for for a couple of fans that are sitting here in the room, because a couple of them, they have the exclusive honor of asking you guys personally a question. I think it's the time for the first person now, and it's very, very surprisingly a girl. Lore sizes uit Diepenbeek, and if everything's okay, she must be sitting right in front to the right, and there's a girl standing next to her who's giving the microphone. Lore, het is aan jou. Stel je vraag maar.
What was your most embarrassing moment on set?
I've had a lot of embarrassing moments. God, what was the most embarrassing moment? I think. Oh, have you got one? Let me just think about it for a second.
Okay. Dang it, I was letting you go first on that one. I mean, I feel like it was equally maybe embarrassing for all of us during the birthing scene, because I feel like we were all just kind of embarrassed at how intense it was. We didn't know what we were doing, and so I think we all just kind of started laughing and giggling, and I don't know, it seemed really strange when we were filming it. But embarrassing moments... Didn't you fall in the snow once?
Yeah, I think just a series of embarrassments, like the whole time, almost every day. I think they just all kind of blended into one.
We pushed those back to the back of our head.
Yeah, I try to erase those from my memory.
All right, four other girls are going to ask you a question tonight, but we have a lot of fans' questions, and one of them is, if you could choose one of the vampire superpowers, which one would you like to possess and why?
These are hard questions. Well, none of us are invisible. I mean, I guess, I don't, no, someone's invisible, I was like, we weren't invisible.
It's a different movie.
I feel like for a while I would want to be able to read people's mind, but then after a while I think that would become a little annoying, and I would just want them to shut up. But, maybe just the superhuman strength would be kind of cool. Or I think Alice is really graceful. And I'm not that graceful in real life, so maybe that.
I'm trying to think what all the superpowers are.
I mean, I can see the future, you can read people's minds, and I guess Aro can kind of see.
Yeah, why do some people not have superpowers in Twilight? I never understood that. Like Emmett. What does Emmett do?
He's extremely strong.
Well, everyone's extremely strong.
I don't know.
Does it make sense?
Kelly's going to be calling you. I don't know, there's just some, I think, well, is it the ideas that you carry over what you had in your previous life? And so if you were, like, Jasper was extremely maybe actually,
Emmett wasn't
yeah, hey Jasper. I think maybe his power, he can kind of change and alter people's moods. That's the one I would take.
What is Carlisle's one? Because it's not the same thing as Jasper. So.
No, he's diplomatic. No, but Jasper can control.
All of them.
Sandrine, I don't think they need us anymore. We're just going to let them chat for an half an hour, and they'll be good. They'll be good.
Ask another question.
It's another fan-provided question, and he or she, I presume it's she, wants to know who inspired you guys to become an actor. And the second part of the question is, who was your teen crush, if you had any? Whose poster was hanging on your bedroom walls?
I went to this drama club, and there was these two people called Anne and Rusty, who they kind of like put me in plays and stuff, and it was, I would never even thought about being an actor before that, so I really kind of credit them with everything. And also my first agent, Sarah and Grace, who's here, they kind of, they found me. I owe them a lot too. What was the second part of the question, sir?
The second part, the teen crush.
Teen crush. I can't remember my teen crush. I remember my crush when I was like 10 or 8, 9.
That's the start of your teenage years.
Yeah.
10.
Do you know that show Gladiators? There's a gladiator called Jet, and I think like every single person in the country at the time had a crush on her. But she was hot.
I think my first acting teacher, his name was George, and I do think that that's part of the reason that I ended up becoming an actor, because I didn't even know I wanted to be, and I ended up randomly taking this class, and he was so passionate and loved acting so much that I think part of that kind of rubbed off on me a little bit. Him and, yeah, I think again my team, because they're a huge driving force behind me, and teenage crush. Rob Pattinson. No, I don't know. I mean, I really don't remember. 14? I was going to say 12, but that's not really a teenager. I don't know. I like the Power Rangers. I like the Power Rangers. That red Power Ranger was pretty cute.
Okay, another question from a fan present here tonight, and this is Christelle de Bois de Villers. Ah voilà, Christelle.
Bonsoir. Avant de poser ma question, je voudrais savoir si Robert peut bien me signer une petite photo.
Can you sign his shirt?
C'est ma chance.
Alors là, ça va faire des jalouses. Hein.
Qui vous a vraiment marqué et est-ce que ça va vous influencer dans vos vies futures?
Merci Christelle. Alors, comment traduire ça? Ah, vous avez la traduction. Ah bah oui, merci. Which aspect of your character in the movie was the most interesting to play?
I always just found his age. I just think that it's a really boring answer, but he's like just being 110 years old and still stuck in the body of a young person. I always thought that was kind of an interesting aspect of his character, and it gives an edge to the romantic story. I always thought it was quite interesting.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think one of the fun things about Alice is that she was kind of this mix between, she's from the 1920s, 1930s, so she was kind of a mix of this very classic, wonderful, beautiful time, but then she also had kind of a modern age about her, and being able to mix those two elements together was really fun, and I think it was a very interesting combination. That and, I don't know, she was just fun. I just got to kind of twirl around and dance around and be quirky all day on set, so that was nice.
Now guys, another fan-provided question that was sent to us. Being a vampire, you lived through a lot of decades, of course. Is there a certain period in time or an event that you would have liked to witness firsthand, in the first row, if you had the vampire ability? That was good timing.
So I'm all confused now.
Yeah. If you had a time machine, which era would you like to travel to?
Probably like the beginning of time to see what happened.
The Big Bang.
That's a really good answer. I'm going to go with it. So you know where we came from.
Yeah.